come to you from South Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And Jay, it's Miami-Dade County. It's the land of D-Wade. It's a place unlike any other.
No doubt about it, Ed. Every time you see the Flash play, it reminds you of greatness. No doubt he's going to show that tonight on the court.
The Celtics begin the game with the basketball. To Jaylen Brown. Down low for Griffin. And the finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry to Butler. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Horford. Scores from the post.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first All-Star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
From the outside, no good. Griffin to Marcus Smart. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Miami's got it. To Love. Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. To Horford. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Butler, and a pass stolen by Boston. Blake Griffin, tough matchup against Butler. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Butler into the front court. Down 4. To Lowry. Cruises inside for 2.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Boston with the basketball. To Horford. Hayward to Griffin. Trying to cash in. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Lowry into the front court. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Butler. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Hayward. Down to Griffin. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. That's it for the first quarter. Scoreboard says it's all even. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Butler to bring it up. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance. Doesn't get the bounce. To Hayward. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 2-4 now. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
I hate that that one didn't go down. You much rather go into half with a tie ball game than having a deficit.
Hayward to Griffin. Swings it. Griffin buries it on the catch and shoot.
And I just hear my high school coach preaching this thing to me every single day, and it's still pertinent for the NBA. It's all about spacing. And when you have guys who are lethal three-point shooters and they understand spacing, oh, that whole floor opens up, and that's a thing of beauty to watch.
Waiters to Butler. Al Horford, huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Jimmy Butler, that's 3 now on 4 shots. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Blake Griffin trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 68%. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. To Love. Waiters. They'll go to Butler. Down low. It was right there. To Marcus Smart. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Here comes the screen. Jimmy Butler, he's now 4 for 6.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the left corner. To Griffin. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Butler into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Lowry to Butler. Jimmy Butler, he's now shooting 5 for 7.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Hayward, down low for Griffin. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Butler driving right to the basket. To Butler. 5 to shoot for Miami. Butler able to convert inside.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
from somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
There it is, Al Horford. 3 for 3 in this first half. Desperation shot here from half court. That'll do it for the first half with the Celtics in front.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Celtics dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics. The Heat have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Field goals.
Here's a team that might just be 1 or 2 adjustments away from what's needed to turn things around. They still have time to make up for a lackluster first half.
Player of the half.
Blake Griffin has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.